Hey everybody, Johan Magnusson here, Big Swede Barbecue, and today we're smoking a spatchcocked capon on the Pits and Spits smoker. So the first thing that we want to do is get the fire going in the Pits and Spits, and there's a couple of tips to getting clean smoke and a high temperature in the Pits and Spits smoker. The first one is using dry and smaller sticks of wood. We're using oak, and then we're going to flavor and season it with a little bit of mesquite. The other tips is we want to keep the damper completely open, and we also want to open up the firebox door. And you want to make sure that you have beautiful, clean blue smoke. So while we're waiting for the Pits and Spits smoker to get up to temperature, it's time to trim and season the capon. And we got a beautiful 8-pound capon here. And a capon is a castrated young rooster with tons of flavor. It's much more flavorful than chicken and turkey. You castrate the capon before it reaches a mature age and before the muscles develop. There are two benefits to this. Number one, the lack of testosterone actually make the meat a little bit fattier and not as tough as you would have with rooster. And the second thing, it makes the capon a little bit less aggressive so they don't run around as much, which also increases the amount of fat. And fat, as we know, equals flavor. And we want to spatchcock the capon, which means cutting out the backbone. So take a kitchen shear and cut both sides of the backbone and remove. Then you want to split this open. You can also see that we have some excess fat. We want to trim that off. Then we're going to mix a stick of butter with our Big Swede Barbecue Badass Veggie Boost. You want to mix this thoroughly, and then we're going to place some of that under the skin. Then we want to spray the capon with a little bit of duck fat. Then we're going to season it all over, again using our Big Swede Barbecue Badass Veggie Boost. And now we want to let this sit until the smoker is up to temp. The capon is now spatchcocked and seasoned, and the Pits and Spits is holding at 275. So it's time to put the capon in and start smoking it. Now we want to smoke the capon until we reach an inner temperature in the breast and the thighs of about 160 degrees. And every hour or so, we're going to spray it down with a little bit of duck fat. The inner temperature of the capon is now sitting at 160. So it's time to remove it from the Pits and Spits and see what it looks like. And that is how I make my smoked spatchcocked capon on the Pits and Spits offset. And I think the only thing left to do is to try this, and look at that. It's just dripping with moisture. Packed with flavor, so much more flavor than chicken and turkey. Crispy skin, this is so good. Good smoked flavor. I really hope you try this at home. Capon for the win, happy grilling.